Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the demo Thy Deadly Illusion by the one-man thrash metal band Iron Warrior. Since it is just a one-person band, there's not really a whole list of people to name off, but the one guy doing everything goes by the name Donna Lee. I don't know if that's a state or Dana Lee. I don't know if that's a stage name or his actual name, but there's not really much information about this guy or the band Iron Warrior in general. Anyway, so this is the debut album, or not album, debut demo by this band, and it's their one and only release. Anyway, I'll talk more about just the overall what there is in terms of information about this band probably near the end of the video. Anyway, so this is a 3-track demo, and it's only about like an overall 8-minute runtime. The songs on here are very, very short. Anyway, so the demo starts off with a very short instrumental intro called Malign Spirits. And honestly, it's probably the least interesting of the 3 tracks on here. It's very short, very sort of not, I wouldn't say boring or not interesting, but it's kind of it kind of, I guess, in a way pales in comparison to the other 2 tracks, which are fully fledged songs. But it's okay. I don't mind it. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Now, the first of the actual 2 full-length songs, fully fledged songs that aren't instrumentals, is a song called Legends of a Ghost. Let me set this down really quick. I'll just set it back up here. Anyway, Legends of a Ghost is a really great song. It and also the instrumentation. I just want to mention the instrumentation and just the overall style is very interesting, because this is a interesting style of thrash metal I've never heard before. Like, it's thrash metal, yes, but it has sort of like elements of it's old school thrash metal, but mixed with sort of some elements of old school doom metal. Like, I don't like doom metal on its own, but like this sort of a mixture of like I like death doom, because it's not straight up doom metal, it's mixed with a different genre as well, so it's like a combination of 2 different ones. But like thrash doom, like, again, this is listed as a thrash metal band, but it should, I don't know, to me it does have some doom metal elements thrown in and mixed in, and especially with the 2 fully fledged songs, this one and the next one that I'll mention in a bit. But it's not a fast song like a thrash metal song would be, or even like mid-pace. Like, it's near the bottom end of mid-pace. Like, there's some slightly faster moments, but the song's more or less about atmosphere and is slower, kind of like a doom metal type song. But at the same time, it does have a really interesting like main riff that is, again, it's that slower mid-paced riff, but it feels like a thrash metal riff, if that makes sense. There's not really any solos on either of these songs. The riffs themselves are really cool, very atmospheric, and just set the mood. And then the vocals are pretty unique as well. They're not like the harsh thrash metal vocals. They're like not really thrash metal shouts, but like, I don't know, it's very hard to describe them. Like, this band just is very unique sounding. The vocals are like, how would I describe them? Really the only I guess comparison I could think of is like, take like the vocals of TG Warrior from Celtic Frost and Hellhammer, but like, have that kind of like vocals, but like take a little bit of that gruffness out, and just take a little bit of that gruffness out, so it's not too gruff, but still have that sort of oomph behind it, that sort of like just the way it is, and like that's kind of a similar. Another weird comparison I can make is like the early Bobby Blitz vocals of the first like two the first two Overkill albums, but then take a little bit of that sort of higher shriekiness out as well. Like I'd say that I'd like take those two different vocalists, but then like take a little bit of that gruffness out of the TG Warrior vocals and take a little bit of that higher shriek out of the Bobby Blitz vocals and sort of combine them. And that's really the only comparison I could make. Again, these vocals are pretty unique, and as well as just the overall music. Again, it's not very much, even though this band is labeled as thrash metal on both Discogs and the Metal Archives. It very much has like a unique sort of doom metal mixture, mixing with the thrash metal, and the vocals as well. They're pretty unique, and again, it's very difficult to properly describe the vocals. But yeah, Legends of Ghost is really good. Again, great atmosphere, great riffing, great vocals. Again, nothing in the way of a guitar solo, but honestly, that's not really necessary because the songs do their jobs about just making a really cool sort of thrashy but also doomy atmosphere, just mixed together. So yeah, Legends of a Ghost is a great song. And then the second and final of the actual songs is called Horror of Thy Zombies. Now this song is actually a pretty awesome closer for the demo. So this song is even a little bit slower than the previous one. But it's even more atmospheric and more doomy. There's a little bit more doominess to it as well. The vocals are the same. The song is a little bit slower. This is the longest song on here. I think it's like 4 minutes long. Yeah, there's that really cool sort of slower chugging main riff. Combined with there's not really a solo on here, but throughout the song, it'll pop up multiple times, like throughout. Excuse me. But popping up multiple times throughout this song are these really interesting sort of whammy bar centered, not dive bomb solos, but just dive bomb sounding whammy bar bits. Like you'll hear like, it'll pop up like throughout the song. It's just a really interesting thing that's put in there to sort of accent the actual, like, because there's no actual solo, but like having these like weird sounds pop up with that are from the guitar whammy bar and these notes and stuff just sort of add to it. I guess I don't know if it's like a purposeful replacement because there's no solo, or it's just something that's there. I don't know if it's like intended to be a replacement for the solo, but like these things that pop up and that are layered on top of the main chugging riff, combined with again the really unique sounding vocals. And then at the very beginning and the very end of the song, you hear this like I don't know if it's like an actual bell or a gong going off, but again it adds to the very sort of like cool atmosphere and again a very doom metal-esque atmosphere, even though technically I guess this is again labeled as a thrash metal band. But yeah, Horror of Thy Zombies is an amazing closing track. Yeah, and that's really it for the track listing. Again, there's only 3 songs, and the demo itself is only 8 minutes long in total. Now the my overall thoughts and everything. I do have quite a bit to say, but I'll just sort of show off the artwork and stuff really quickly. So there's not really that much artwork going on. There's a little bit underneath the logo. It's just a pile of skulls and a cobweb and spiders. And then you get the name of the demo. And then the logo, which the logo is really cool. It's very simple, but it's like, it's not red, but I think it's supposed to be like a very like letters, but like it's like blood dripping or something like that. Or maybe it's supposed to be, I don't know what the font is really supposed to represent. I think it's either blood or like maybe like flames. I don't know. But look, the texture of it looks very, very cool. And then the back is nothing much except for the track listing and then the info down there. And then on the inside, hold on, let me get this out really quickly. On the inside, there's the cassette there. Standard. Oh, hold on, I got a notification for something. Oh, that's weird, it went away. I don't know what that was. Anyway, sorry, there was like a notification that popped up on my computer, but then it went away. I don't know. Anyway, randomness aside. Yeah, it's the standard black cassette with the white sticker with the printing of the track listing and stuff. There is a little bit of a fold out thing going on here. Hold on, let me put this down really quickly. Or I'm not gonna put it down. I have nowhere to put it, but I was gonna put this cassette down, but whatever. It is a really cool fold out. I'm gonna try to be very careful about this. This is from the 80s, like 1988, and this is an original. So I want to be and I got this in like mint condition too. So I want to be very careful not to tear this paper, or mess it up, or in any way. But you do get a picture of Dana Lee there, holding a guitar, and then you get the. It says. Canada's one-man thrash metal band, Dana Lee, Thy Lord of Darkness, all instruments. And then on the back here, you get a biography of the band. Basically just like it's kind of odd. It's like a fanciful sort of like exaggerated version of events that led to the creation of the band. Hold on. It says Iron Warrior was founded in June 1987 from thy plague of thy zombies on through the night. Transport of coffins, my sacrificial rites, where twin coffins rest from thy tomb, theater of human blood, thy zombies' home. By thy means of fate, Iron Warrior was then depraved into a one-man thrash band by March 1988. And Dana Lee, thy Lord of Darkness, 25 years old, knew time will tell. A long-awaited demo, thy deadly illusion was delayed again. Evil has its ways. For an ancient in the cemetery, thy Lord of Darkness, an ex-gravedigger, endowed endowed supernatural spirits for thy power to avenge, for thy haunted thy victims for revenge. By November 1988, thy creatures of evil from thy open graves prowl thy moors, which have burnt thy from flames. Iron Warrior, thy Lord of Darkness, recorded thy first demo, thy deadly illusion, featuring intro, malign spirits, legends of a ghost, and horror of thy zombies, in a 24-track studio, Quest recording studio in Oshawa, by producer Paul LaChapelle. So yeah, like it's weird. It's like mixing like a fictional version of events with actual version of events. Kind of weird. And I noticed this guy likes to say that old timey word of "thy" a lot in his like in all of this. And then the actual lyrics are in there as well, and then more information on the back there. Hold on, let me. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to be really careful with this. Like I said, I bought this in mint condition, so I want to make sure I don't mess it up the second day I have it. Anyway. So my overall thoughts. This band again, very unique. I haven't heard anything like it. Again, even though it's labeled as a thrash metal band and they refer to this band as a thrash metal band, it combines some interesting elements of doom metal. So it's very odd that this band didn't do anything after this demo because or at least the guy, the one guy, because it's so unique that it should have been something interesting. Like, at least to me it's interesting because it's a very unique combination that at least I haven't heard before. And so it's just surprising that that this project, I guess, went nowhere. But yeah, overall production is very good. Now I have heard, I did before buying this, I did listen to it on YouTube, and the upload on YouTube was from a cassette that sounded very degraded. But it's the only upload on YouTube, but or not very degraded, but like it was very you could tell it was old, and well, it wasn't super degraded. It did have a lot of roughness to the actual sound to it. Like, there was some uh, just some aging to it, because it's probably been played a lot. Whoever actually owned the actual thing it was the audio was from. But yeah, so when I got this one, it being in mint condition, the actual sound itself was actually crisp and clean. Now, of course, it was, the old school, more underproduced stuff, but I mean, compared to like something like that being played multiple times and then over the years being played again, having it being not played at all before and just playing it for the first time, and comparatively, it's crisp and clean compared to what it could have been if it was, again, played so many times throughout the years. Um, but yeah, and again, it was just really good to find this one. It's super rare because this demo was never re-released. So I was just surprised that I was able to find it. But yeah, honestly, it's super unique, and I know I've been saying that word a lot, but it is super unique. The vocals are really cool. The overall production is really great. It has this very doomy atmosphere, again mixed with the thrash metalness as well. Even though there's no solos, the riffs are super great, super heavy, super crunchy. The added weird guitar notes and stuff added on the last song, thy horror of thy zombies, is really cool sounding. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Really, my only complaint, and sort of a minor complaint, is the fact that, or I guess two minor complaints, is one, the intro being a little bit too, again, not memorable, but not quite super memorable, if that makes any sense. It feels like it's there, and then sort of just, no, this is all right, I guess. My only other complaint is the fact that this is super short. Like I said, there's 3 tracks, and the entire demo is only 8 minutes in length. So it's super short. But besides that, the demo, like what you do get with it is absolutely fantastic, and again, super unique sounding. Um, but yeah, if you could track this demo down, just even if you have to wait for a long time for a listing to pop up on like eBay or Discogs or something, definitely just keep an eye out for it, because it's, at least for me, again, it's one of the most unique sounding thrash metal demos I've ever heard, and it's just great. And again, just a fantastic atmosphere as well. But yeah. So that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.